we are gonna watch Vitality versus NIP Pro Play. I don't know exactly where it was played, when it was played, whatever, but we had this conversation on stream about Zen's play, and I was saying that he might not be the best player to watch when we are lower rank. I think there are stuff that we cannot expect ourselves to execute as well as him, and could put us in trouble. So that's the premise of why we're watching the video, the replay, and we have the chat over here telling Elliot to you guys, if you're interested to like catch us live. I'm live. I've been live every day of the week, noon to 2 p.m. Eastern time, just on Twitch, link in the description. Let's get into it. So basically, I watch a replay not to like coach him and point out his mistakes and stuff like that. It's to explain the concepts and you know, what's going through his mind, what was likely if he was doing something blind. Like here, you might have had a call, and here he actually had the information from here there, even though he probably had the call on top, because these guys, when they are using the comps, it's like it's flooded, if you've ever heard. And not just this team, all the teams, just I heard their calls back when they were playing Zen, not with Sizzy, before Sizzy. Yeah, Zen, Exotic, and Monkey Moon? I could be wrong. Like here, for example, okay, in this situation, let's say I would be coaching a diamond champion player, I would be like, careful, you're a bit close, okay? But it's not your solo queue champion 1 challenge that's happening. It's Stizzy, so likely he knows what he's doing, and Zen would be back in time. Let's say Stizzy would get beat, Zen gets back in time and can, you know, do something. But no, this is very aggressive last man positioning, right? He's up there. Normally he's 4 or 5 car length too close for us, right? But it's Zen, he would be able to recover. He was trying to see if there was an occasion, and this is a prime occasion. He's probably gonna power slide in place and go take a shot, I guess. Yeah. Great read. But do you see the difference? Did you see him like turn on a dime and put a laser on net? It's the type of thing that we don't do like this. I don't think we would have had, like, his spacing as well was very fluid with the play that was a bit awkward. The ball bounced weird. Very subtle, but here, if you look properly, he's gonna look like he's gonna go backboard, and then he's gonna slow down, and then he's gonna stay on the ground. Okay, so basically he's like, if Exotic screws up, I want to be backboard to go and help him with that ball, but as soon as he ends up in control, then we're gonna take our normal back post position. This is something that we can do, right? This is good for us, right? To be, not to jump on our teammate, but to be like, I want to be there if, and if not, I'm, you know, I want to have the option as well. Just look, observe, check. If I need to, I want to be there. If I don't need to, I want to be here. And then he's there, he's in time, he doesn't have to jump off the backboard because he didn't go up the backboard for nothing. He's going to control around CRR. It's good. He's going to rotate out. See, when we're on the other side of the ball, even if we're Zen, we'll rotate out. Again, like, very close to the play. Ultra close to the play. The other thing is on the other side. On the other side, they're RLCS defenders, right? So if they want to score, they need to be aggressive when they're occasion. So we have Sizzy that has an aerial carry. So why he's allowed to be this close in this situation? It's not the average champion. It's Sizzy with an aerial carry, and now he's in front of the ball. Therefore, he's likely going for a bump. So air dribble bump. We have exotic that's well positioned to get the ball that's going to spill out of there. We want to be ready if the ball ends up stalling in the box to finish a play. That's what's happening here. But then it doesn't, okay? He already knew that if it didn't go according to what he had planned, it wasn't straight in his net, right? The ball's just spilling in the corner, and he has the mechanics to re-accelerate quickly and still be first on that ball. If we would play that aggressively in that situation and this happened, I'm not sure personally that I would get a good first touch like that. And be able to reposition and take off fast enough and get a good first touch, like he's like, well, good enough to make a pass to Stizzy and keep the attack alive. So I would have played a tad further from the play. That free jump though. This boost pickup's interesting as well. Sorry, I went back a lot. So we have exotic that's gonna land on the right side of the field, right? And we have Stizzy that's gonna go for that touch on the right side of the field. We're backboard, right? The next one that can logically go put pressure as long as CRR doesn't have a direct shot is gonna be exotic, because Stizzy's flying towards us. Stizzy ends up getting a great touch. So we're like, we have room, we have space, we have time, and we're not first man, right? So let's just reset and get a back boost and stuff. And this is something that I saw Zen do a lot. When he's given the choice between playing first, second man, or playing last man, he'd rather play last man. Because he wants to be full boost in position and get a free ball somewhere to be able to make a play, right? Therefore, we need exotic and Stizzy to challenge for us, which we don't always have when we're playing solo queue and get balls like this. Oof, oof. Oh. And oh. The aggressivity is crazy. Great play. Great patience on the avoidance of the demo. Very close play. Again, here, like, to be honest, be in this situation, I would be small in my shorts. I would be scared that it pinches somewhere, right? But again, it's Stizzy, and we have someone behind us who is a pro as well. So we want to be there in time if the ball freezes. Maybe get that boost. Oh. No, zap dash, wall dash. Look at that again. Flip. That's a side flip. I doubt it's a speed flip. Okay, and then zap dash. And then wall dash. Almost got there with 0 boost. Few wall dashes, and that's another thing. I see a lot of players that learns wall dash, that just wall dash everywhere. His usage of the wall dash is not exaggerated. Like, he still got down off the wall to go get pads to have boost. It's not because you know how to wall dash that you don't need boost anymore, right? So he went and picked up some resources to be ready to help Stizzy in the next play. This is something that could look bad. I kind of understand, you know, what, why, and stuff. So basically, we have a pro player, CRR, that's currently in the air with the ball, likely with some boost. Okay, when we do challenge that as a first man with someone behind, okay, these challenging as the first man with someone behind, very important, because if you're the last one, it's completely different. But here we have someone behind. We are not allowed to get beat under. Okay, we need to force him high. Okay, because if we aim for the ball at his touch, but he ends up not touching it. He takes a reset instead, goes under. Then he can either scoop the ball with the reset, land with the wave dash, take the shot top net, or just land with the ball and flick our goaler. Right? He has all these options. If we force him high to use his reset if he has one, or to use his flip, or to not take a reset and beat us high, he has less options to beat our goaltender after. That, my understanding is that's why he challenged the way he did there and got beat. But he was covering a very dangerous option, because like here, like, oh, that's exactly where I wanted to stop. If CRR, see how he's upside down, right? If Zen jumps too high and instead he stops spinning and just pulls back and get a reset there, he can get the reset underneath and then flick it above our goaltender. So even though it looks bad, that's the reason he was covering low. And I feel like Exotic, I just saw this one time, I feel like Exotic thought we had a touch there. Oh, okay, no, it was just very aggressive. If you're Exotic, everyone, I don't think you should show up. You should go upfield like he was going, especially that Zen was already going in our levels. I think he needs to be coming a bit more here. We need to be coming a bit more here, especially that there's this possibility over here. Likely would have had the clear there if he was coming this way. Again, there's likely a reason why they played this aggressively. I'm actually surprised how, like, they're all out right now. And surprising. It's fun to see. Oh. Oh. Wow. Sorry, I'm impressed. So we're looking at Zen, and as the play started, I was surprised that he wasn't, well, to be honest, normally, like the normal play is to go right here and get that back boost, and to give us the option to play back right. Okay. If you notice, he has an hesitation, and I watched it twice, and we see one of them, I didn't check which one, that goes there. I think he assumed that they want to back left, like therefore maybe there was a call or something. So I think he's convinced that the ball's going to stay on the left side of the field, and that's why he gets back left. Okay, look at this. You see how, like, that little hesitation, and then he goes left, and maybe there was a call about it. I'm not sure. Or it's just his understanding of the, maybe he sees the game on another level. But the ball does stay on the left side of the field, and he's currently in a 50-50 position with Joris over there. Because if he was in the other corner, like, could be more dangerous. Turns out it pinches over his head. That's very annoying. We handle it. Oh, this is something you guys are not doing enough. Convince. Okay, this is so good. Use this, especially in my corner. Okay, but on defense, I do not have anything good to beat that guy that's coming at me. Right? He doesn't have the ball in his car already. If he did, he would have to flick here, and even there, it would be rough. What can we do? Let's just take a 50. And what he does, he doesn't flip into it. Okay, look at this little tip, and then jumps. Stays close to the ball, and basically we want to be at halfway with our nose when the contact happens. So there's a bit of a timing play on when we jump. And there's two things that are super good from that. Ball can't go here, right? There's no way. It can go above, it can go under. It can go left or it can go right. but it would need Joris to take a very slim 50 on one or the other direction. So we block the ball from going there, so likely it's going to go there. And second thing, if we don't flip, we recover faster. If we just jump and then land, we never lose control of a car. We can wave dash on landing. We can flip if eventually we need it. If the ball starts going sideways, we can actually flip. It is possible. There's something else I wanted to say. Oh, yes. And if turns out we didn't see properly and he fake challenged us, right, and pulled back, and we just jump like this, we don't give him the ball. But I see a lot when you guys get into the champions towards GC, people start fake challenging you in those situations, and you flip into the ball, and then they just take the ball from you, and you're out of the play because you flipped. So taking 50s like that is so good. There was a replay bug from that boost. I think Zen got it, Exotic did not get it. Three jumps. Good demo. There was surprising me a lot here. So here, Zen's playing close. So likely it's very clear from who's the third? See, I was talking about that in the other replay I was watching for Jay. You see how in my mind Zen the second man and Stizzy's the third. Why? Stizzy sees both his teammate, okay, and Zen sees only one of his teammates. Okay, and this is a trick that you can use in your games. If you're never sure if you're the second or the third man, if you see both your teammates, you're last man. It's as simple as that. Zen plays like if he's second man. Soon as like something happens, like yeah, I don't have anything on that, he rotates out. He's not lingering for nothing. We go back, let's easy play, and we go back there. Don't pre-jump like that, please. Us mere mortal. I think again, I'm a bit extrapolating in this case, but I'm trying to make sense of this pre-jump because there's no way that Zen jumped on this ball to beat CRR. Like, there's no way that Zen did not see CRR. Okay, so we need to go deeper. Likely got the call that Stizzy was going for it. Well, I think what actually happened in his brain is that he was playing the fact that Stizzy was gonna, like, to be honest, the only play that Stizzy has is to hit the ball back there, right? So why is Zen pre-jumping so that when that ball comes back in 3 seconds, he's gonna be first one on a ball that's coming this way to get the shot on net right away. That's what he's playing. Okay, don't pre-jump like that, because also the other level to all this is that I'm convinced that he has a game IQ high enough that he knows that if it doesn't go this way, he's still not in trouble. He still has a last man. He's not gonna overly commit to that play that is very hypothetical, right? He's putting himself in a situation that it's possible that he makes a highlight play, but if it's not there, he's gonna bail on it, and that's what we see there, right? Turns out that the touch, there's no shot on it, so he boosts down and he recovers, right? Keeps his momentum, ends up deleting the guy that was on the ball, and now I think he's gonna rotate, probably give a mid option. Even if he has no boost, that's something you guys don't do enough. He still plays whether he had no boost, picks up that on the way. Turns out, like, here, how can I explain that? He didn't decide here to come for this boost. There's no way he did that. What he did, it was he came to this pad, get this pad, and give an option to Exotic. Then saw that Exotic had no play, and bailed to another option where Stizzy becomes the second man to this ball, whether it's a 50 down or he gets beat. and he thinks he has time to get that far boost and get back in position. Turns out there was no boost, but he ends up being back post rotated for a ball. Even without boost, he's supersonic, he has an easy ball. I would make that save without boost if I had that positioning, but there's no way I would have that positioning. So without boost, he puts a banger clear because he was in position. To be honest, that's a bit of a wizardry-like prediction to be there in time, but we'll take it. Again, this would be very far from the play for us. I would advise to go up with those pads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you end up having to play probably 5, or you end up like rotating in the midfield, there's plenty of pads to have plenty of boost to do plenty of things without getting that back boost and being that far from the... Well played. Good play. Oh, what a bump. Oh, he tried to sneak it on under. He's gonna turn on that, yeah. So, this is another example. If we are in this situation, I would say maybe starting at my rank is like we saw that the last minute's pretty far. Okay. Starting higher in GC, we can try to go for this ball, but it cannot be me hit ball because can hit ball, because if we do, we actually give away our positioning and give away a free ball to them. So we can't just hit that ball, we need to jump and control it, which Zen is able to do. So this is another situation that I would advise in lower rank to actually just like fake challenge and leave, assume that your third man's coming and get back behind him, or if you visually confirm that your third man is in the far back left corner, which is likely in solo Q3s in champion, that you can come again if you see that teammate is not there. But if you don't see the team, if you don't look, you just rotate and go back another time. But yes, like this touch is incredibly hard because he's coming in with a lot of momentum, with a ball that has like momentum towards you. So to soften the hit enough to stay close, control the ball is very hard. And he kept his flip to then get another touch. I think he just mistouched. I'm pretty sure he wanted that ball here in this situation. He could have been able to get a reset. So I think his flip touch is not exact. Not gonna say that he missed his touch or he mistouched or whatever. But I think it's not exactly the touch he was going for. Pretty sure he called it, and we have the third man coming in for the shot right now, just off screen at the bottom left. So he goes for a bump, and Exotic was there. And then Stizzy's already there. I like their car's body language. Look at Zen's car. He actually looked to make sure that someone had a decent touch there before actually committing to rotating back. Okay. You see how he went towards the wall and then he left? Like he was like, are you gonna fail? Are you gonna fail? Oh no, you got it. Okay, I'm back. Right? So he gave himself the option to actually turn on something. This is something we don't do enough. Look and to ride that edge of like, if you fail, I'm gonna be there, but if you succeed, I'm not out of position, right? This is very slim edge. Stizzy good first touch, stays with it. No 50. Catch it back. Guy pre-jumps. No stress, we're in our back corner. Great first touch. Oh, I wish I was good at the game. This first touch again, it's all in the first touch. That's why they're so good in the air. Okay. So he loses possession of the ball, and he between CRR's touch and his first touch, he has very little time. Not the type of touch that he jumps and you know, places a scar slowly into a position to get a light hit type thing. Like the ball's going by him, so he needs to go, but he needs to not hit it hard, so he kind of absorbs the hit and stuff. Oh, and then uses the ceiling to recover, and then gets that little touch at the end, just enough to beat the last guy. And then a lot of us would have flipped. Personally, I would have flipped to get that corner boost. Instead, likely he would have played this ball. My hope would be that he would play it towards my teammate, but obviously this is much better. It just sucks that he's stuck, no momentum, no boost type thing. So here, why is it good that he went for back boost in this situation? Is that there's a counter attack at the same time. If his teammate kept the attack alive, I think it's unlikely that he would have went for back boost in this situation. And this is something I think we don't always grasp the subtleties of when we're allowed to. Oh, sorry, I had the pasty mouth. Oh, what a touch. Oh. It's like if they see the future, man. So good. Gets a 50. Exotic. Like, not much time. Takes off, gets a touch there. Okay. Then, CRR takes off from here. What's the best thing he can do? It's going to be to fly, to get a light touch, and catch that ball here. Either play it down to his teammate, or take off himself with it, but he's going to be much lower boost and stuff. So what can we do? Right? He's ahead of us. There's no way we beat him to this ball. I doubt that CRR is going to miss. I think that's... no. So basically, Zen already is aiming for this point here. Okay? That's where he's going for. Already he decided to go try to demo him on the wall. It's his only play to be relevant. And once this happens, if he doesn't get it, he rotates. He's still gonna have momentum. He's gonna get their back boost. Everything's good, right? Because he's fast at it, he's allowed to do that. And if he does demo him, then he can open an opportunity. CRR does amazing job, great first touch, stays close to the ball, quick to take off again. What the hell? Exotic, buddy? The flip. He respected that dude at the reset there? Oh, he did! No way. Oh. Wait. I don't think he had it. But I think Exotic respected the flip and was covering the flip, because yeah, if he does flip and Exotic covered low in this situation, it goes in. Zen can't react behind, but if he gets fake under, it's likely that Zen can react in time. But I think Zen still got surprised because he double jumped here to get this touch, so he's like, you know, he didn't flip into it or anything. He would have gotten better clear. Happens. And I had to watch it from different players' point of view to figure out what actually happened. I didn't see that the first time around. Great vision. Like, so Don't play the ball backwards towards your zone, right? But Exotic is playing goal line defense in this situation, right? He's not challenging, he's not shadow defending, none of that. He's making sure ball don't go in net, right? Therefore, let's try to be disruptive. And if I end up clipping the ball in my demo or whatever, Exotic's gonna have plenty of time to react to that most likely very weak shot. But if Exotic's coming to challenge this, we can't do that and ball Exotic with this. So I think he went for it because Exotic played back, and he ends up giving Exotic free ball with it. That's cool. Good, great vision. So you play with your teammates, right? Whether they're solo queue or you know them and you can yell at them. Look how he's in position, whether Exotic tries to pass it to him, whether he misses, whether he hits it forward and keeps on going, he's going to be able to follow, right? He's ready for anything there. Okay, especially that he's not challenged yet. Turns out he ends up faking it and he takes the free ball. Okay, Zen's goal right now is like Joris coming. We need to beat Joris and keep possession of the ball. Like that's our goal. So we get just the touch that we need. Like we didn't flip into it, just the touch that we need to beat Joris. And if possible, have it drop in that pocket between Joris and CRR in a place where we're still closer than the ball than CRR. That's the important thing. Now we need to stay close to this ball and force them to either come take it away from us or defend, because Exotic is in front and he's demoing. So CRR actually cannot come and take the ball from us. He managed to... Oh no, he never dodges Exotic. So then we turn our attention to Owali that's coming, and we try to beat him. Turns out we can't. Okay. So in this situation, like if we try to flick, if we try to score too much, what's gonna happen is we're gonna get dunked. That's not what Zen tried here. He tried to basically get a 50 with him. Okay, so somewhat slow down and stay behind the ball. Well, I slowed it down so it makes a bit more sense. Look how he's not trying to flick there. Zen has better flicks than that. Okay, let me tell you, I hope I don't have to tell you guys that this was calculated to some extent. Okay, his point was not to flick it on net, it was to take a 50 with Owali. Right, try to force it low in that hole here if possible, but if not, to have the ball stay in the box. We don't want to pinch it with him neither, right? Because we beat him just by doing this. And then gives a free ball to Stizzy, who goes reset, double tap. Then a bit of panic, the low boost and stuff, but I think the best part of the play was done already. Pick up strat. Oh. Uncharacteristic mistouch there. Because this was great. This was a great first... It was plenty fine. Maybe a bit further than he wanted, but he had to play it somewhat quick because someone was challenging him. Yeah, happens. Another thing that someone told me once was, like when you're the first man picking, you know, you're even allowed to get dunked to some extent, obviously, because you have players behind you. So it's the type of position where you can go for this play. And even if you don't execute properly, oh, what a recovery. Oh. Sorry, just answering the girlfriend. Here. So here, basically, with a ball like this, you have two choices all the time, whether you're solo queue or you're pro, whatever. You can catch it and try to get that bag boost and then counterattack yourself. Or if you want to get rid of the ball, you need to aim for a teammate. So right here, Zen's trying to aim for Stizzy. Stizzy tries to catch to then be able to counterattack and control. Got a decent first touch. He was somewhat able to beat Jorius. And it's always the same thing. Like, so here, yes, he's far from the plate, but there's like a free ball falling in front of a blue guy. So he needs to respect like the hard tier and stuff. It's a possibility. And we have someone in the box covering like the short touch. They end up bumping each other and it's a short ball and Exotic plays it. Good. Then we support Exotic. Is it gonna 50 to us? Is it gonna 50 die? Like, we're ready for these options. Okay. And here, when CRR beats Exotic, right? CRR can't go back on this ball. He was going this way when he get the touch this way. So it's a free ball for us. We need to be there for that. You see how we didn't commit ahead of time to anything. We were in position for a bunch of different things. And when it happens, we want to be ready to bounce. Get a decent first touch and tries to go in control. Beat one, drops in the box. Dangerous chance. Here, Stizzy cannot go for this ball, right? Even though we're the last man, it's free. Okay, that's the difference a lot of times. There's nobody on the backboard. There's nobody already up for it. It's free, right? That's why we can go as the last man. And Stizzy's gonna replace us. Most likely it was called. I got, right? And then awkward to take a direct shot because he needs to place it here to score. Because Owadi can cover a lot from here. So likely he's gonna go for a double tap. I'm assuming, I don't remember. I don't even know if I saw it. Yeah, went for a double tap. Mistouched a bit. Owadi was there to defend anyways. Don't rotate ball side, right? Right now, Zen is not paying attention to the ball per se, okay? He's looking at Stizzy and he's looking at CRR, okay? He wants to make sure, damn sure, that he doesn't bump Stizzy. And he want to check if there's the option to bump CRR. It's easy to see because I saw it. Normally, I'm coaching a Diamond Champion player. Get away from here, you know, get there, let Stizzy play, and then follow Stizzy and go support him, right? My interpretation is that he thinks that if he takes out CRR, Stizzy going for a free ball is actually a good opportunity. Oh, you cut this teammate. No. Okay. This is the step that you guys don't do. He looked. Where's Exotic? Exotic there. Me need defend net. If Exotic is here, me no cut. Right? That's what happened. Even though likely there was comms involved, he took the step of looking Okay, exotic's all the way there, therefore I'm gonna have to intervene before exotic is back, right? And again, his rotation, he was going towards the back post and then turns back in, right? He didn't cut straight there and ended up defending backwards. Gets a touch on it. Exotic, awkward, held by Stizzy. That's another good trick. So, I want to... Sorry. I'm gonna go one last time. Okay. A lot of you guys stay like this, okay? And you try to catch a ball. You guys get scored on. And you deserve it. Okay? There's no way, especially in threes, but even in twos, that the ball pops like that. Ah, well, Zeno, if you have the information, not when you're closer. I'm glad that you said that. Not when you're closer. When your teammate will not be there in time. Do you see the nuance there? Because if you're closer, but your teammate's in position to go with the proper rotation facing the ball, I'd rather he goes, right? But there, he was so far back, so if he does get there on time, it would have been like panic at the end of my arms type thing, super diving, right? It's more in that thinking. And earlier when I said that he was allowed to do that thing on the right wall with the crazy first touch, and I was like, don't go there and just slap it in the ceiling type thing. We saw the last man was like on the back left corner boost when we were just on the other side of the midfield line on the right wall. So like there's no way you can get there here in time. But it was a hard C, so I was saying that like lower level just rotate out. But it made sense in this case. For this situation, ball pops, especially in your box, your defender. The ball is not dangerous per se. It's not the ball that's dangerous because the ball is not going in the net, right? What's dangerous is what's going to happen in like 5 frames or something. Okay. He's the one dangerous. The ball's not dangerous. The ball's, we see it. It's creeping out this way. It's going to land here. Could have made that catch in ball camp, right? But he's never going to let us do it. So what you can do is get in car cam and basically you put your eyes on CRR and on that circle here that tell you where the ball is. Okay. And if you look, like we have all the information that like the ball is here above us. This circle is getting bigger as the ball comes down, and then we see CRR and he's like, you can tell that he wants to come for the ball, right? So we cannot either let him touch a ball or we need to meet him to get a 50 with him. We can't let him hit it for free, obviously, right? And that's why he plays it this way. Car cam is very useful in some situation. Back boost. Oh, that just hurt my brain so hard. That's a single jump takeoff, man. Or, but I'm not even sure. Oh no, it's a double jump. Okay. Wow. And then, wait, did he just right stick to see the guy? Likely there was a call though, but oh my god. Mid aerial like that, he right stick down to see Joris come in and saw enough of it to calculate that Joris was playing his touch, therefore he had to fake to go underneath and manages to get that skim when the ball goes back up. This is like, there's no luck in there. There's no luck in there. Everything's deliberate. This is insane. This is why he can do stuff. Like, he can put himself in position to do stuff that we can't put ourselves in those positions because we don't have the same outplay potential, we don't have the same conversion rate, we don't have the same vision and calculation and stuff like that. Like, I would put it on 50% speed and it would still be impressive. So go up, double jump, look down because I heard someone jump, boost down, but enough forward to get that skim before the guy. It's crazy. This thing's insane. But yeah, so overall, from the last like 45 minutes that we watched on that 5 minute, this is what I mean when I say be careful when you watch pro play to improve your diamond champion, even low grand champion gameplay, because you need to understand why and how and in what case and what's the contingency plan if it goes bad. And it's things that we don't think about, but it all goes in his mind. It's second nature for him, obviously, but it's all stuff that is considered when he does take decisions that are, objectively speaking, somewhat risky. Like, you know, like if we would put ourselves in the same situation that he has in this game, we would probably give 2 to 3 extra goals. I would have given 2 or 3 extra goals in that game if I would have played the same positioning that he did, right? I cannot myself as a GC2 player, peak 1700, use the same exact positioning as them. I think it's not reasonable because I didn't calculate all the possible outcomes that he does. I don't have the same mechanic and precision and exactitude of things and stuff. And yeah, so that was my little expose of why taking pro play with a game of salt. There are very good players to watch, to emulate. There are players that play the book to the letter. Stizzy is a good example. Itachi is a player that does very good without doing, crazy things either. There are players like that, but to say I watch pro player to get better is a very broad statement that needs to be adjusted here and there, even though it's very fun to watch them play. It's amazing. So I'm gonna call it here. If you enjoyed, agreed, disagreed, let me know in the comment. If you want more of this, like, subscribe. I record those live. If you're interested, come and see us on Twitch. I basically show up and I ask, hey guys, what we do today, that thing. So I want to watch a replay from this pro, and we just do it. Sometimes we watch a viewer's replay. Sometimes we watch one of my replays. And we have a lot of fun. We talk about things and very chill. So links in the description if you want to know where the Twitch is at. Good. Have a good one. Bye-bye.